Producer-Wife Beth, when we talk about our politics, how do we always describe it to our listeners?
Complicated.
It's complicated, exactly. But I think that a lot of people would probably try to peg us and say, oh, no, you're on this side. Well, and I think sometimes we would probably be pegged as right.
Yeah.
And that would probably be because we're not afraid to speak our minds. But we're going to shock anybody who I think would peg us at right. And we're going to go ahead and, in this segment, side with Kamala Harris.
It's probably a first.
No, you never know. It might be a first. It may be a last. I don't know. We'll see. But before we get there, please do, again, as always, we remind you, visit us at soulewisdom.com, S-O-U-L-E wisdom.com. Especially right now, it's time to do your Christmas shopping. We have many fine gifts. Our gifts are handmade. They are very personal to give. It is not cookie cutter stuff. So please, soulewisdom.com/shop will get you links to our various stores with our various things. Please do check them out.
Yeah.
It is worth it. There is time, even though our stuff is handmade. We can still get you stuff by Christmas.
Yep.
So give it a look. Okay, with that having been said, oh yeah, like, subscribe, share, hit the punchy thing on Rumble.
Yes.
Do all that stuff. Help us get this show out in front of people. We continue to have growth. We will have more growth as people share more and more.
Yes.
All that having been said, let's see why it is we're siding with Kamala, shall we?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. It says here, this according to Fox News, don't launch a pop-up, Fox, you'll make me angry. Kamala Harris reportedly spent over $500 on cookware in Parisian shop amid U.S. economic uncertainty. Before we even read, I'm just going to say, who the hell cares?
Yes.
Okay.
My sentiments, exactly.
And then the sub-headline is, cost of Thanksgiving dinner has reportedly increased more than 14% from 2020's average. Article reads, Vice President Kamala Harris spent over $500 on cookware in a Parisian shop amid rising inflation and economic uncertainty at home in the U.S. The Vice President visited the shop on her 4-day diplomatic trip to Paris last week, reportedly dropping €516 on pots and pans at the high-end cookware store E. de Hillerin. The store was located by the famous Louvre, blah blah, who cares. Harris took home a serving dish costing around $375, a frying pan around $160, as well as a multitude of other kitchenware items, including a porcelain egg dish and a copper cleaner, according to the store, which disclosed the amount of the purchase to the Washington Free Beacon. By comparison, a Mauviel copper saucepan carried by Williams Sonoma is priced between $200 and $285. So what? After her stop at E. de Hillerin, Harris was asked by reporters how her trip to France had prepared her for the presidency. The vice president, who looked at the reporter with an expression of surprise, did not clearly answer the question, but instead touted the success of her diplomatic mission. I will tell you, it was a very productive and good trip, a lot of follow-up to do. And then it says, as Harris purchased the cookware in Paris, Americans at home continue to deal with harsh realities of rising inflation and costs across the board. Gas and energy prices up, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I will say again, who the hell cares? If we are going to be real Americans, not everything has to be a political fight and a political struggle. I don't care how she spends her money.
I don't either.
Now, I will say this. If it was charged to the vice presidential visa and the government pays for it, that's a different
Yeah, that's
thing.
a different argument.
But that isn't what happened here. Because there would be all sorts of alarm bells and sirens going off if that were the case. She spent her own money.
Yeah.
All right? It is nobody's business how somebody spends their own money. And I'm happy for her that she has the money to get herself a couple of nice things that she wants while she's in Paris.
Yeah.
Good for her. I don't care. Now, we can separately discuss whether or not she should have been there, what she was doing while she was there, the success or failure of said diplomatic mission, whether or not she's a good vice president. These are all things that are debatable separately. Those are political things.
Yes.
This is a personal thing.
This is somebody going, I don't have extra money to spend, so I'm going to complain about somebody else who does.
Yeah. So we talk a lot about the media and how they get a lot of things wrong. And we have said on multiple occasions, unless I'm totally misremembering, that both the right and the left are often out of their minds.
Correct.
Okay. And I would say of any of the news sources that we grab information from to talk about, we probably beat on Fox News the most.
Yeah.
If for no other reason than their insane need to just launch pop-ups at random that interrupt our broadcasts. But there is just this negativity that is fanned by the media from both sides. So if you are listening to us and this is the first time you've stumbled across our podcast, come back to us. Go find other people like us. There's a lot of us out there. There's a lot to choose from. We realize that we are small fish in big pond, but we're the ones who are going to tell it to you straight. We're going to tell you what we see and what we think, and it's not going to be always so biased towards whatever tribe it is that somebody thinks that we should serve.
Yes.
Okay. In this particular case, like I said, this is so not a political thing, and the fact that Fox News would have it up on their website with like, she went out and bought a $500 worth of cookware while Americans are starving in the streets. Shut up. I don't want to hear this kind of crap because it doesn't serve anything.
No, it doesn't fix anything.
No, it's, if you want, but I get why it's happening. It's because this is the kind of crap that sells.
Yes.
It's this clickbaity kind of stuff. And quite frankly, if we're being truthful about it, with the title of this video and what it's going to be and the thumbnail that I'm going to put up, it's going to be a little bit clickbaity too. But I'm not having the take of, this woman is evil because she went out and spent a few $100s on cookware for herself when Americans are having trouble putting gas in their car. No, that's not a story. That's somebody using their discretionary money to do what they want, which is kind of what America's all about.
Yeah.
So she is exercising her God-given rights as an American to go participate in commerce.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And everybody else, even the people who are likely going to complain about this article, are, if they had the extra money and they were in Paris, would want to go shopping too, if we're being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to complain about this, all right, then check yourself the next time you're in a store and walk by something and make an impulse purchase.
Or the next time you go into Starbucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Or the next time you go into Starbucks and drop $17, because that's like the average purchase there. It's crazy. I don't know. This one kind of incensed me just a little bit when I saw it, because this is the kind of rhetoric, the kind of, I'm sorry, I'm going to swear, bullshit.
Yeah.
That just has to stop. And
getting angry for the sake of getting angry doesn't serve anything.
Well, no, it doesn't. And, it doesn't seem to matter what source that you run to for your news.
They all do it, yeah.
They all do it, and they're just serving whatever tribe it is they decide that needs to be served. This is why, though, I think that there's more and more content creators in platforms like ours that are finding more and more success, is because I do feel that there's a certain percentage of Americans that are getting sick of this. And I'm hoping that percentage continues to increase, because if you get an article like this, which is clearly a Nothingburger,
yeah,
and it's still being fed to you as like problematic, then what does that mean for everything else that they're feeding you?
Yeah.
How much can it be trusted? How much can you really believe in it?
And furthermore, just because she spent her own money on something doesn't mean that she, and again, this isn't something we're going to debate now, But that doesn't mean that she doesn't care about the homeless, or it doesn't mean that she's not doing her job to help the homeless or to help people who are less fortunate. Those things don't correlate. They're totally different. One does not make or break the other.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of millionaires and billionaires out there who spend a lot of their money on charities and other social justice type initiatives, but they still have money.
Yeah. I mean, let's look at it from the other perspective, Fox News. You know, are you going to write up an article about the next time Donald Trump goes out and buys himself a new set of golf clubs because he loves to golf? And I know that he wants the latest and greatest stuff because that's the kind of dude he is. Are you going to go write an article on him and complain about that while there's rising gas prices and everything else? How dare he? I don't think we'd see that article.
No.
You might see it on NBC, though.
Maybe.
NBC didn't run this one, but they'd probably run that one. So again, it's just serving the tribe. And it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, go to sources like us. If you want more heavy hitters, go to people like a Tim Pool, or somebody like that who just calls it as they see it. You know, the mainstream media is trash, and an article like this just proves it.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. You?
Yeah.
All right. We will be back with you at 3 o'clock Eastern. Please do, in the meantime, like, subscribe, share, visit us at soulofwisdom.com and do your shopping, and then you can comment on this video what you bought from us.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you at 3. Bye.